God bless everybody. Just wanted to share something with you today. Matthew chapter 12, when it talks about when an unclean spirit leaves out of a man, it goes into dry places seeking rest and finds none. So then it says to itself, okay, let me go back to the house from which I came. And it goes back and it finds the house empty, clean, and swept. And then it goes and gets 7 other spirits more wicked than itself to come and dwell there. And then it says that the latter state of the man is worse than the first. So what does this tell us? It tells us that unclean spirits, they love to rest in a place that's dry. Watch this. When you have no oil, right? This is where unclean spirits love to rest and dwell. When you're talking about resting, there's an exchange there. That's why Jesus said, come to me, all who are heavy burdened, and I will give you rest. There's an exchange there, right? So what is it looking for? It's looking for someone or something to rest on. And what it looks for is something that's dry. So when there's no oil, it's the perfect habitat for a demon. Did you catch it? So basically, what does that tell you? It tells you that if there's no crushing, because the crushing produces the oil. When you submit yourself before the Lord, when you consecrate yourself before the Lord, when you lay down your life as a living sacrifice, it produces a crushing. The crushing produces the oil. Right? This is what the demon looks for. It looks for a dry place that has no oil. So it says it goes into dry places seeking rest, but it doesn't find any. What happens when it does find rest? It finds somebody to rest on. It attaches itself to that person and latches on. If it doesn't find someone to rest on, then it goes back to the place where it originally came from and said, let me go back to this place. And when it finds it empty, clean, and swept, that means that it's empty. There's no oil there either, but it's clean and it's swept, which means that the person is just putting on a show looking like there's oil. It seems like there's oil, but there's no oil. Did you catch it? So then it gets these 7 other spirits, which equals 8 spirits, which is a new beginning. See, the number 8 represents new beginning. So if there's an area there where they can start all over and destroy you even worse, there's a new beginning that happens with 7 other spirits plus the original 1. So what we need to do is we need to store up oil in our system, which means that we have to sacrifice ourselves, consecrate ourselves before the Lord on a daily basis so that it can produce a crushing of our own will and that God's will would be done. This is why Jesus said in the Garden of Gethsemane, he said, you know what? Take this cup from me, but nevertheless, not my will, but let your will be done. Because his human nature wanted to leave and not go through with this sacrifice. But then he said, you know what? Whatever it is, I'm going to kill my flesh, and nevertheless, not my will, but let your will be done. Same thing happened with the 5 foolish virgins. They had no oil. What does that tell you? 10 virgins, they're all pure, but 5 of them had oil. The other 5 did not. So only 5 of them got into the kingdom. Amen. I pray that this blesses you and you have a wonderful day. Get that oil, store up that oil. We're going into some dangerous times. Get your oil level up. Amen. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day.